I wanted to continue playing as long as I could, and I think I was about 30. I think I was about 35, 36, and I was coming to the end. I was struggling recovering after games. So you know what I mean. I thought, well, I'm going to have to play semi-pro. So I was playing for Whitby and dropping down, and then I was playing for one of my friends, Conrad Hillaby, at Norton Stockton Ancients, and obviously Mick Mulligan was the chairman, and I think I played one game under Conrad. He got the sack. Seems to follow me around that. And Mick offered me the job after the game, and I thought, now there's so many reasons to not take it. So I thought about them all for about 48 hours, and then there's just one niggling thing. Thought this might be this one opportunity that you never get again. So just give it a go. You might be good at it. You might enjoy it. If you hate it, then you can just pack it in and carry on playing. You know what I mean? You've still got another couple of years left. So I give it a go. I was useless at it for the first 6 months. We got relegated. And then the following season, after I was able to bring in my own players, my own coaching staff, and really have a good pre-season, we got promoted. We won a cup. We had a solid season the season after. I got a progression to a better team, which the grass isn't always greener. And I probably wish I'd stayed where I was, because I didn't really enjoy it. You know what I mean? It was the club that I enjoyed playing for, not, you know what I mean, the stepping up and more pressure, bigger budgets, bigger egos with players. You know what I mean? It's not an easy job. It's a part-time job, but a full-time job at the same time. You know what I mean? Players ring you up 24 hours a day, looking for players, scouting for players, and so different to playing that I get this 90-minute window where I'm stood next to the touchline and trying to get a result, and just hoping that you get that win. Whereas as a player, you can do something about it. As a manager, I found as I was just useless at being able to hide my emotions. You know what I mean? I got myself in a lot of trouble because I wore my heart on my sleeve a couple of times and said some things I shouldn't, to players, to managers, to referees, to supporters and things. But I think it was probably because my standards were up there and some of the players weren't. They were a little bit down there, and I don't regret it. I give it a go, but I won't be doing it again. I'll be honest. I wore the T-shirt. I've got my fingers burnt, and I enjoy talking about it and watching games. But as I say, I got my boots back on probably about a year after I left, and still playing now. So it's all worked out well, really, for me.
I know you said there as well, the players, you know, you went from playing from players up there to down there in the non-league. What other challenges were presented by going down at that level, you know, just in management or around the ground?
Well, everything really, you know what I mean. The expectations, you know what I mean. Obviously, the budgets, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna sit here and name names and name people, but I met a player in a service station to sign him on. I agreed to pay him 50 quid a week, cash in hand, which is decent money. You know what I mean. Considering he's got a decent job, and just to play on a Saturday and kick a ball about, you know what I mean. And we agreed to sign. By the time I drove off 5 minutes later, we'd signed for someone else for 55 quid, and I was just that made me think, this isn't for me, you know, that I'm not wasting my time for people who don't have respect for other people, you know. I was always quite honourable that if I sign a contract with somebody, I stick by it. If I tell someone I'm going to sign, I'm just do it, you know. You know what I mean? You've got enough time to make those decisions. You don't just wait till someone else better comes along, you know. That it's about honour, respect, and you know what I mean?
It's not on a whim either, is it? It's not on a whim.
No, I totally agree. You know what I mean? And this is what I don't get in non-league football. There's a lot of money flying around. You know what I mean? A lot more now. Those 50s now are turning into 300s. You know, so it's a lot more money's available. People are travelling 2 and 3 hours to go and play football. You know what I mean? Because there's more money available 2 and 3 hours away. You know what I mean? It's not about that sometimes. It's about playing at the best level I can and trying to, you know, it was only a short career. You know what I mean? You're only a footballer probably till, you know what I mean, till somebody younger and better comes along. You know what I mean? So your window could be 5, 6, 7 years if you're lucky, you know? So forget this 35 window where everyone talks about you're a footballer till you're 35. It's a myth. You know what I mean? You're a footballer until somebody better takes your place. You know what I mean? And at the minute, you're getting Premier League footballers dropping down to non-league level straight away. It's 18, so it's the level's getting bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. And the amount of footballers is just phenomenal now. Loads.
Yeah. Do you reckon you'd maybe go into, you know, a management or coaching type of role higher up in the game, maybe in the professional standard?
No, not at the minute. No, we've started a company now, so we look after. You know what I mean? We're like a sport, like an agency, and we manage managers. We don't manage players really. We manage managers. So we've got ex Middlesbrough player Craig Harrison, current manager. We've got some other managers, good managers. Who've got some good jobs, who want to try and get good jobs, and I learn off them, and I like to get in those opportunities because I like to see how dedicated they are, and I think to myself, could I be that dedicated? I was that dedicated when I was a part-time manager, but what comes with that is a full-time job, living and breathing it 24/7. You know what I mean? I've got a young family. You know what I mean? Could I give enough time back to it now that I did back then? And I'd probably say no. You know, so I'm quite happy and content now. But I give it a go. For me, it's a stepping stone and a progression. You know what I mean? And for me, I've been at the game too long, managing wise. You know what I mean? To be able to go and do that, and I think it's disrespectful sometimes when you see people getting all these qualifications and think they can go and walk into a job and think that I've got this qualification, I can go and get a job. It's not about that. You know what I mean? It's about learning your stripes. I look at Woody. You know what I mean? Woody was Tony Pulis' number 2 at Stoke. Came to Middlesbrough, number 2 again. You know what I mean? Earned his stripes, got his opportunity at Middlesbrough, didn't work out. He went out the game a couple of, you know what I mean, for a long time. Then he came in as number 2 under Jason Tyndall, and now he's took over again as number 1. You've got to earn your stripes. No one's going to give you that opportunity. You've got to make sure that you're doing your homework and you work with the right people and you give the best opportunity you can to be successful.